Continuing on, Russia's relationship with NATO has entered a new phase. It's less about open confrontation now and more about careful troop positioning along the border. Moscow denies any intention to attack NATO, yet it continues to adjust and reinforce its military posture, preparing for every possible scenario involving the Western alliance. Now take a look at our next report for knowing more.
Russia is taking bold steps to strengthen its military edge. Moscow denies any plans to attack NATO, yet behind the scenes it is making extensive preparations for every possible scenario that could result in a face-off with the West.
We have no plans to attack NATO countries. At the same time, Russia is already taking all necessary measures to ensure security against the backdrop of the alliance's buildup of its forces near Russia's borders.
One of the standout developments is the deployment of the advanced Oreshnik missile system in Belarus, close to NATO countries. This mobile ballistic missile can launch rapid strikes from multiple locations, making it hard to track and counter. Russia is also testing the feared Burevestnik nuclear-powered cruise missile with an ultra-long range, signaling its intent to maintain strategic superiority well into the future. These missile upgrades are part of a broader military build-up along NATO's eastern flank. New bases are emerging, troop numbers are rising, and combat readiness is increasing. At the same time, the bitter winter war with Ukraine is dragging on. Russia keeps launching strikes on Ukraine's energy infrastructure, cutting off power and gas to cause disruption and lower morale. This campaign to damage critical facilities continues to hit Ukraine hard as the war stretches into its fourth year. On the battleground, Moscow claims successive gains as it continues to seize several settlements across eastern Ukraine. Russian forces have made significant advances in key areas. When it comes to readiness, all players are moving quickly, but from different angles. NATO, on the defensive side, has introduced what it called a drone wall. This system aims to block and counter Russian drone attacks that have increasingly tested NATO's airspace security. But the system continues to face massive challenges. It currently offers limited operational effectiveness against the scale and sophistication of Russian drone threats. NATO is also boosting defense budgets and enhancing its air and missile defenses. Members are sending more military equipment and supplies to Ukraine, helping Kyiv hold the line. Germany has announced $150 million in military aid to Ukraine. At the same time, the German Chancellor is preparing a new round of sanctions against Russia.
Yesterday, we agreed at short notice to participate in another package here in Germany. I was in contact with Mark Rutte, the NATO Secretary General, yesterday, and we agreed to participate in a further package worth at least $150 million. We are also making progress in this area.
Although for now, Moscow denies hostile intentions, its military buildup suggests that it remains ready to respond to perceived threats. Meanwhile, Ukraine fights on, locked in a costly and unresolved war. Bureau Report, WION. World is One.